What's up guys, just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Tuesday the 24th of January and we've got quite a lot of confirmed transfers to get through today as well as some very good rumours. I'm recording this just like 2 minutes past midnight and EA have just released a ridiculous man of the match Sal at striker. I know it's nothing to do with transfers but I saw it out the corner of my eye and that card looks absolutely phenomenal. But anyway guys, before we get into the video, as always, you can show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, leave me your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode, and if you missed yesterday's video, it was down below in the description box. And now we start off with the confirmed deals, and first up, we've got a FIFA 12 legend, there's El Kabir, who I think featured in yesterday's video as potentially a free agent, but now he's got a new club already in Turkey called Antalyaspor, which I think possibly is the same club as Samuel Eto'o, and that's from the Japanese J-League side, Saga on a free transfer. Now, he's not very quick compared to what he used to be, but still pretty quite usable. Now we go on to Tumani Diego Raga going to Ipswich Town from Leeds United on a loan deal for the remainder of the season, followed by Tequino Suarez probably going to FC Porto from Vitória Guimarães on an undisclosed fee. Nothing about the fee has been mentioned, but I think this time last year they signed quite a lot of players from a Liga NOS teams and then loaned them out the year after. In fact, I think they have got a player out on loan to Vitória Guimarães. Now we go on to Alan Gordon going to Chicago Fire from LA Galaxy on a free transfer on a 1-year deal in the MLS. Then we go on to Jordi Reyna, a Peruvian striker going to Vancouver Whitecaps again in the MLS from Red Bull Salzburg for an undisclosed fee, 91 pace on him. Then we have got Machu Bodma going to EA Guingamp. I always say that one wrong. I'll quickly show on player details. It's EA Guingamp. I don't know. How do you say that? I could be saying it correctly, but he's gone there from OGC Nice on a free transfer. Next up is going to be Bruno Henrique going from VfL Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga to Santos, obviously not in the game anymore, for £3.4 million. So he's gone back to Brazil. Then we go on to Gerard Deulofeu finally completing his deal to AC Milan on loan deal for the remainder of the season from Everton, and the fee is around £595,000. Next up is Lazar Markovic, Liverpool's player. He was out on loan at Sporting in Portugal. It didn't work out for him whatsoever, just like last year, I think is at Fenerbahce. And he keeps getting injuries, getting unlucky and not getting much game time, but now has gone on loan to Hull City and hopefully can kind of prove himself for the remainder of the season. Then we go on to Christian Pulisic, and this is a contract extension until 2020. And they are his upgraded stats, by the way, currently on head-to-head. He's 74 rated now. Instead of a left midfielder, he's now a right midfielder with 87 pace and 80 dribbling, and looks pretty solid. And Dortmund right now are building such a fantastic team for the future, and they also confirmed the signing yesterday of the apparent new Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Isaac. That's a Swedish striker, and they signed him from AIK in Sweden for €10 million, which converts around to £7.31 million apparently. And I know that Dortmund are fantastic right now, but in a couple of years' time, if the likes of Emre Moore, Isaac, Pulisic and stuff, they reach their potentials, it could be fantastic to watch all in one team. Now we go on to potential deals, and first up, the legend that is Didier Drogba, linked to move to Corinthians yet again. So Globosport did show yesterday the contract that Didier Drogba has been offered, and it's £22,000 per week. An armoured SUV is going to be supplied, and he has a full-time translator. He is 38 years old, so definitely coming towards the end of his career and could retire now in Brazil. Now we go on to Victor Lindelof into Manchester United yet again, the first time though for a while, according to the Daily Star. Manchester United will make a decision this week on whether to bring forward the £38 million signing of Benfica defender Lindelof. The 22-year-old Sweden international has been expected to move to Old Trafford in the summer. They could well move that forward now due to the fact that some injuries and stuff could potentially pop up. Now then, if he was to make the move before deadline day, potentially his FIFA Ultimate Team card could cost an absolute ton, because right now, obviously for the Zlatan Ibrahimovic Player of the Month, Ibra's normal card on both consoles now I believe is currently extinct. So Lindelof, he's a Swedish Man United player, or would be, and would be like 10,000 coins, so Player of the Month Ibra would be so cheap. But I think if it was to go through and Lindelof joined United, I'm pretty certain EA wouldn't release the card until the Player of the Month Ibra had officially expired. Now we go on to Steven Zonzi, a monstrous card on FIFA 17 so far, and today he is linked to Manchester City. Man City is still being linked to former Stoke and Blackburn player Steven Zonzi, according to reports in Spain, and that is being referred to from Manchester Evening News. Now, if it was to go through, like I said, he's a fantastic card right now on FIFA Ultimate Team, so link him to N'Golo Kante, and right there, probably the best duo you can get in regards to a overpowered combo on FIFA, and especially for FUT Champs. Now we go on to Danilo Pereira of FC Porto today, linked to Arsenal according to Ebola. The 25-year-old who joined Porto from Maritimo in 2015 is being monitored closely by the Gunners. Danilo is contracted to Porto until 2020 and has got a €40 million buyout clause and was into multiple Premier League clubs back in the summer after a very good season for FC Porto, as well as I think also played for Portugal during Euro 2016. Next up we go on to Gonçalo Guedes, I think that's how you say his name, linked to Paris Saint-Germain today, and in fact it probably could be a done deal today. PSG's director of football Patrick Kluivert is currently in Portugal to complete a deal to sign Benfica attacker Gonçalo Guedes, according to our well-informed colleagues at Canal Sport. Kluivert has held talks with the player and is understood to have convinced the Portuguese international to join PSG, who's also been heavily linked to Manchester United and AS Monaco. The Parisian are now said the deal was set to be concluded for €30 million, with Guedes set to sign a 4.5-year contract with PSG. It will be the club's last signing of this winter window. And Unai Emery, the manager of PSG, did say Guedes is a good player, able to play on the wings or in the middle. We work on him as well as many other players. So that one looking very likely now as a very decent silver card. And now a little update regarding Robert Snodgrass, and apparently West Ham remain interested in signing Hull City midfielder Robert Snodgrass, according to the London Evening Standard. Snodgrass was left out of Hull City's squad at the weekend that played Chelsea, and I think they've also had bids rejected by Middlesbrough and also West Ham previously before from Hull City. I think the fee was around £8 million or so, but they're looking for a little bit more than that to secure his services. Next up we go on to Leonardo Ulloa, and Sky sources understand Leicester have rejected a bid of £1.7 million from La Liga side Alaves for their striker. The Premier League champions feel the bid is way below what the 30-year-old is currently worth. Ulloa did hand in a transfer request last week to try and force a move from the King Power Stadium. He's made just one Premier League start so far this season after making 29 appearances last season in Leicester City's title-winning campaign. But the Argentinian has 18 months left in his current contract, and Leicester turned down a bid of £9 million for him from Swansea in the summer. Ranieri has said multiple times he wants Ulloa to stay due to the fact he wants him as a backup striker, and now the relationship between the manager and the player are becoming increasingly hostile, with Ulloa's representatives branding Ranieri a liar, accusing him of going back on promises of a new contract he made in the summer. Next up, according to the Daily Express, Everton are lining up Chelsea's Branislav Ivanovic as a replacement for Phil Jagielka. Ivanovic has fallen down the pecking order at Chelsea under Antonio Conte and could seek first-team opportunities elsewhere. And I believe in the summer he would be a free agent, so right now Everton, they could get him for a very cheap fee, so Chelsea gets some kind of money for him. Now we've got onto Dani Alves, and you see the legend badge right there, linked to a move to China. Juventus fullback and Brazilian Dani Alves is a subject of intense interest from China, according to France Football. The player has received offers from 3 Chinese outfits. The reporter says it's Hebei China Fortune, Shanghai SIPG, and Tianjin Quanjian. Andre Villas-Boas's side Shanghai SIPG are particularly interested in acquiring the services of the former Barcelona man, having offered him €10 million a year net. The report also indicates that the Chinese Super League clubs are expected to soon enter talks with Juventus over the possibility of brokering a transfer. Now, if Dani Alves was to go to the CSL, what are the chances he'd still somehow get into the team of the year? That'd be crazy if he did, but right now, I think he's probably quite happy at Juventus, but with the offers from China, I understand why he'd be tempted, as it's a lot of money at stake. Now we go on to Dimitri Payet, the last one today in fact, and it's quite a big update. Sources close to the Marseille president have told Sky Sports they've made another, what they believe to be significant offer for Payet, this time in pounds sterling. The offer has been turned down yet again by West Ham as they find the offer unacceptable. As far as Marseille are concerned, they want it to be known they have now ended their interest in Payet and will pursue other targets. And the third bid was around £22.5 million, but bear this in mind, the other day Sky Sports did say Marseille had moved on from Dimitri Payet and now they made another bid. And now according to RMC, Marseille expects to make a 4th bid for Dimitri Payet in the coming hours. It will finally meet the Hammers €30 million valuation and allow the deal to finally take place. And RMC are also claiming that Marseille know what they're doing. They're trying to make low bids over and over again to try and disrupt West Ham a little bit and kind of ensure now that Dimitri Payet never plays for them ever again. And they say it is working. West Ham set an initial price of €40 million for Payet and now down to 34 and now down to 30. Payet is ready to fly to Marseille as soon as possible. He's currently training with West Ham's under-23s and has already given his agreement to join Marseille. His family are unhappy in London and his close ones wanting to return to the south of France. From a financial perspective, all the agreements have not been finalised concerning a contract between the club and Payet, but once a deal is reached between Marseille and West Ham, it should not take long at all to complete. So by this time next week, Dimitri Payet could well be leaving West Ham and becoming a Marseille player. I think it will happen. It definitely has been a long-winded one, but I think Marseille, they played a very, very clever game because at the start, West Ham were asking for like 40 million euros, like I said before. Now it's down to 30. Let's probably get the deal done. And that, guys, is going to be the final one today. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and the comments below. With your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.